Hello, this is Noreen Crone-Findlay from toddytalkscrafts.com. Today I'm going to show you how I make a flat panel on a spool knitter. This one is one of the larger bowl style spool knitters that I make, but this style of spool knitting a flat panel instead of a round cord works on any size of spool knitter with any number of pegs. I love working on larger spool knitters like this or this because the thing that's very cool is that you can work with a lot thicker yarns than you can on a small spool knitter, but by using only 2 pegs you can make a 2-peg square cord that looks like it was made on a smaller spool knitter. Very neat. Okay, now I stuck a sticker on here because when you're working the flat panel, I wouldn't normally have that there, but I just wanted to make the point that that space between these 2 pegs, there's not going to be any yarn going through them, and so you don't want to accidentally go past and start working in the round. Although you can, if you want to have part of your piece spool knitted as a flat panel and part of it as a round one, that's fine. Depends on the design. Now, I'm just trying to find the end of my yarn. The end must be nigh somewhere. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take, and the spool knitting is going to move down the inside the hole of the spool knitter. So I drop my yarn end in, and I've made a slip knot. I always assume that everyone knows how to do that, but I'm going to just show you again. Take your finger, twist it, fold it over the yarn that's coming off of the ball, because that way your slip knot will not get, it can be weird if you make the knot so that the tail end ends up being part of the slip knot. That's not usually a happy thing. Okay, so I'm going to gently, not using tight tension, I'm going to go around all of the spool knitters, and then the last one I make a figure 8, and then I go this way. I'm going to go back. For spool knitting a flat panel, you're going to go back and forth around, and always avoiding working over this gap. So I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hand, and the yarn goes past the next peg, and hello there, you've pushed up, don't push up, and you lift with your spool knitter lifter. I'm using a skewer, they work great. You lift the lower loop over the upper loop, and then I always give it a bit of a push just to loosen up a little bit, and the yarn is coming off the ball and going around my hand, and that gives me good tension. And lower goes over the past yarn. Now, when I don't have a camera tripod between me and my work, I will have this snugged up against my person, and it goes really fast. Here, because I'm wrestling with the camera, it's slow and clumsy, so don't assume that you're going to be slow and clumsy because you don't have a camera and a tripod between you and your work. Okay, so here we are, one more peg to go, and so I take it past, lift over, and now I'm going to bring my yarn around this peg, lift the loop here, and I feel like a Muppet character going, see, no hands, no loop. Nothing in that gap. The gap is the gap. And so now we're going back in that direction. And so I've got my yarn going past that peg, next peg, kind of give a push back, next peg, And like I said, it doesn't matter how many, what size your spool knitter is. You can use this technique of working a flat panel on a small spool knitter or a large spool knitter, and however many pegs you have on your spool knitter. So here I am again, back at my sticker gap. So this one again, now I'm going to wrap around. I don't wrap around any of them except the ones at the edge there, just because I have to change direction. So I'm going back and I'm starting to snug this. The panel is going to go down in the middle of the spool knitter. And you can knit as long a panel as you want. Just, it can be a short one. It can be a mile long if that's what you need. So I'm just going to keep working my way back and forth until I have, like I say, sorry it looks so clumsy. I'm wrestling with, I'm standing kind of in a figure S trying to see what I'm doing around the camera and the tripod, and it's not easy. So I'm going to just keep going back and forth, round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 peg, 2 pegs, lots of pegs right there. Okay, and so it moves along quite quickly, much more quickly than what I'm doing here now. So remember how I went around that peg over here to go back in that direction? I'm going to go around this peg to go in this direction. And I need to pull my thread up a bit here, my yarn. Okay, just around and over, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth until I have some length on my flat knitted panel here. I'm going to just turn off the camera for now, and I will, yeah, I definitely have to turn off the camera. That's our dog. Okay, I'll come back. I've spool knitted now for about 8 inches or so, and it looks like, what I do when I'm measuring is I just kind of push the ruler up inside and go, yep, that looks good. And what am I doing? Here I am. Okay, so it does roll up, even though it is flat, and you can, if you need to, you can press it open depending on what you're going to use it for. You can either press it open after you've finished putting your piece together or press it open before. Now, in order to cast off, what I do is I tend to work with it kind of sideways in my hand and with it against my tummy, and so with the camera and the tripod pardon me, being between me and the tummy, it makes it hard. So I take loop the yarn around the edge one, and lower loop goes over the past yarn. Now then I take that loop and I place it onto the next spool knitter. I take, onto the next peg, take that lower loop that was already on the peg, and I go over that one that has been lifted on. And now I take the yarn around the peg and lower loop over the past yarn. And so I just keep doing that, lifting to the, whoops, it popped off there. Lifting to the next peg, the loop that's on goes over the past one, and then that loop goes over the yarn, and lift off, take to the next peg, lower over upper, like that, and then the yarn around, lower over yarn, And you just keep working your way. Whoops. So busy thinking about what I do next that I forgot to do the next thing. So you just keep working on the knitting it off and going lower over upper, pick up, yeah, and then yarn over, knit. And you just keep doing that and pass it, and then the yarn goes by it. And then pick up, and here I am at the last peg. And the last peg I do exactly in the same way as the first, but now I'm going to take the yarn around, knit the last loop. Now I'm going to take that loop onto my, onto my skewer, my loop lifter, and snip the end, and the end comes through the last loop, and your edge is very nicely bound off, and there is your flat piece. And I work with both the what looks like garter stitch edge to the outside or the smooth stockinette stitch to the outside. So that is how we work a flat panel on the spool knitter. Happy spool knitting. And I've got lots of patterns on Etsy, and more are going up on Etsy. And I'm doing the 100-day project based on spool knitters and small looms. And so if you go to my Instagram or my toddytalkscrafts.com, there's all kinds of links and how-tos and all sorts of spool knitting wonderfulness. So happy spool knitting.